Hey, Florida, Alabama, Gulf Coast friends. It is that time of the year, Jake, because we're here at Daybreak Marina. It's a beautiful day, by the way.
Gorgeous
You can
day.
probably tell by all the rain, but what's beautiful about it is that we're trying to move inventory. And if you have been considering a large center console, we're going to talk about in this video the COBIA 280 center console. I've got the general manager of Daybreak Marina here, Jake. He's with us, and we're going to talk about the pricing early. We're going to talk about it right now, what you can save on it on this particular unit, and then we're going to go inside the boat. We're going to do a full walk down. This way, if you know you're in the market and you've been saying to yourself, I'm going to wait to the Miami Boat Show. No. Don't wait for Miami. This one might be the perfect one for you because the rates that we're giving right now, the prices that we're giving right now for the floor models are going to be better than what you're going to see at the Miami Boat Show. Okay, so with that, let's jump in right now. So Jake, you've been in the game for a long time, and you think about a 28-foot center console, you think about the COBIA brand. Who's this for, really? Like, who's the ideal buyer for this boat right here?
Well, that's one of the great things about this boat is, in my opinion, it fits so many different buyers. So you've got, your hardcore fisherman. It's got 189 gallon fuel capacity. It's got twin 300s to get you out there and back very quickly. It's got the creature comforts up front for the family, the forward seating, very nice finished fish boxes and hatches, good hardware. So with that said, that 28-foot range is a very good for our bays. Get on top of our bay gets very nasty.
Yep.
This northern Gulf Coast, it's a perfect boat. It'll eat the chop up. It's big enough to go out on the Gulf as far as you want.
Yeah.
And it's small enough, it's still nimble. You can take it out, one or two people, no problem.
Yeah.
So It's a very versatile boat that can suit a lot of different people.
Yeah, and to your point, it can hold a lot of people as well. If you're going to stay local, you're going to stay inshore, you want to do the sandbar experience. I mean, you could put easily 8, 9, 10, 11 people on this boat. We're not going to have a problem with that. So let's talk about pricing right now so that the viewer knows exactly what you can be saving if you come in for this particular model right here. And I would suggest to you that as we have this conversation that you do research out there and see what the pricing is going for center consoles of this size and that high end, because you think about COBIA, to me, that's like Everglades, like Barson Whaler. I mean, this is like a high-end brand. And so if you're getting prices, comps on those, they're like, okay, now you can see what we're telling you here in terms of savings, quite significant. So the typical MSRP for this boat here would be what, Jake?
So MSRP on this 2024 model, we've got to move it. MSRP is $310. You can get it today for $247,990.
$247,990.
I mean, that's a lot of value for a 28-foot new boat.
Yeah, so we're talking about roughly $60,000, right? Which is a significant savings on the boat. And this is why I said, if you're thinking about Miami, well, this is going to be a better savings. And the reason for this is, again, it's for this boat right here. So let's get into the boat. Let's look from stern to bow, and let's just look at all the features and really get into it, Jake. And then that way, by the end of this, you'll have a very, very clear sense of exactly what this boat looks like inside and out. And you'll know if it's worth it to you to come out here to Daybreak in Pensacola. Come on. So Jake, when we look at the cockpit area, now we've got this bench that goes all the way across, which, gives you the ability to have 3 people seated here. And we were looking at this earlier. I was really impressed with this because, of course, we want to have maximum space. This comes up easy. And can you show us how you can get access to your bilge pumps and whatnot?
Yeah, so one of the things that's so nice about this boat that we were just speaking about is the access to your pumps and your water separators. So right here, hit this button. Instead of sticking 2 big hands like I have in a little bitty hatch, you raise this thing, and it doesn't matter how big you are. I'm not a small guy, and I can fit in here easily. You'll see you can access your float switch, your bilge pumps, your live well pumps, your water separators, everything below deck right here. Super accessible.
That is such a big deal. It's like the nicer the manufacturer, I don't know if you've been in the game so long, tell me if you agree, the better the access.
100%.
It's like one of the areas where they just cut costs so much. It's just make it impossible for you. And you don't know that when you buy it, especially if you're a first-time boater that hasn't had to do much surface work on your boat. You want to have as much access as possible. This allows you to do that. And I think you mentioned too, it's like you've got the electronic lift, but you can also do it manually if you had to as well.
Yes, you can. That was one of my first questions to the COBIA rep that showed us this feature, and I was blown away. I love it. Awesome feature, but I said, well, what if you're offshore and you're taking on water and you need to get your bilge and your batteries are shot? And very, very simple. With it down and the seat folded out, there's a little access hatch. Stick your hand in there, undo the pin from the ram, and you lift it straight up with your hand. Very, very easy.
Looks like we've got 2 large fish boxes here, and you can slide up there, Jake, if you want. And so in terms of being able to, you go out to the rigs and having that room for that yellowfin tuna, plenty of room for on both sides. I mean, you're going to get a lot of yellowfin tuna in these storage boxes here.
Yeah, and so, both of them are plumbed with a macerator pump, so no worry, no draining nasty bloody water into the bilge. All the water's pumped out via macerator pump.
Yes.
And so keep them clean and dry. And
yeah,
they're very, very well insulated, and as you mentioned, they can hold plenty of fish. They're 45 gallons each.
Right.
So that's 90 gallons of fish and ice storage, which is more than adequate.
Yeah, very adequate. Again, we've got our rocket launchers here. We've got plenty of room for tackle. So we've got a nice little setup there. So that's the cockpit area. Really smart, really efficient, really high end. Now let's take a look at the helm area. So looking at this helm area, Jake, what stands out to you in terms of what COBIA has done to, again, high-end boat here? What are some of those features?
Well, just, again, the high-end feel, but with the simplicity of, you got all your switches right here. Yeah. I hate when switches are down here, when it's rough, your knees hit them, so the switches are right here, accessible, easy to see. Everything from your live well switches to all your pumps, to your lights, to your horns. You got split screen Garmin's right here. You can configure them however you want. I personally like the chart plotter over here, and fish finder or radar on this one. Right. Got your engine gauges right here. Got your windlass switch right here, which is an awesome feature. If you've never used a windlass, it's great.
Must have.
You got your trim tabs right here. So everything's right here at your fingertips. You don't really have to reach far for anything. I guess that's a phone charger, huh? That's pretty nifty.
Yep. Yep. So they've done a nice job with this, and plenty of places to put the stuff that's going to fly out, fly around. I like the seating too. It's just, I've got a boat that is about the same size, and what drives me crazy is my feet dangle. Whereas with this, I can sit in the main, and when you're standing, you can be like this. I can have it seated like this, and we've got a rack here that we can put down that allows you to put your heels on that.
Right.
And so they've really thought about, like, what do you want in order to, just like cruise as comfortable as possible, right? And so very high end. You got your outriggers. The color is great. It's
Sardinia green.
Yeah, Sardinia green. The thing about this, I think, if you're watching this video, you want a boat that is, you don't have to add a bunch of stuff to it. As we're giving you this price, it's like, this price is a fully loaded boat right now. They're not going to come here and realize, oh, gee, I need to order this. I need to order this to get it right. I mean, it's like, she's ready.
She's ready to go.
You just got to go get your fishing gear. Yeah. But other than that, she's ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's move to the bow, and we'll finish up there.
Okay.
All right, Jake. So as we move to the bow, let's look what's in the console itself. Obviously, you've got another bench here, another seat, plenty of area here to sit. But lots of times folks want to know, do you have a head, and do you have enough area in there just to, possibly stand, especially for the ladies. They're not like us, going off the side. So we want to make sure we've got this set up for the whole family. You want to show us that?
Yeah, absolutely. So you open this thing up, and this is another dual benefit of having that 21-degree dead rise. So the bottom of the hull is so deep. You see how big
I'm going to stand in there.
Is. I mean, this is a large console.
So I am 5'11 and a half, but 5'11. Seems like if you're 6'1", you can stand in here, which means you can change after a long day on the water. Like, you know, if these people want to do that in privacy, so you've got the full privacy here. And, you know, just I like the way that they have set this up. This was a smart setup. And of course, plenty of storage if you're taking your cushions off, right? Because you don't want to, you know, you want to be fishing off the bow or whatever. You now have plenty of storage for that. So,
I mean, I've been in 34-foot center consoles that aren't this big.
Yeah.
The consoles aren't, so.
Yeah. That is a great setup right there.
It is. Then you've got this latch, the hand saver latch right here. It will not close unless it's done properly.
Right.
It's a great safety feature. If it close it, press it down, closes very easily.
That's really smart.
Because this is a big, heavy door.
Yes, it is.
And that's a very, very good feature.
Okay. So as we look at the bow, Jake, they were really smart with how they engineered this. You want to explain, because where you're standing right now, that's actually a platform that rises.
Exactly. Most boats, you're confined to just one choice, whether it be an open, you know, walk through with the forward seating, or a casting platform, or a table. Well, this one you can have the best of all three worlds. So. And
usually the tables are like hard. You got to go grab the table.
Yeah, you know, it's stowed below, and it's hard to get. This one, literally, you just push a button right here, and the table comes up. You just keep pushing the button until the table's all the way up. Same thing, putting it back down.
That is really, really smart. And that's such a wonderful feature. Once again, it's like that means no hassle, no frustration. And so now you've got a full fishing platform. Remove your cushions, put them in the storage, full like casting, like you can do whatever you need up here, or you can put cushions on top of all that and sunbathe.
Yeah, you can do. So you can raise the table. It comes about this high, so you can sit down, sit here, and eat your cheese and drink your wine, make your sandwich, or you can keep it flush with this, like he said, and put the forward piece in there. That way, it's all one level. Stand on it, cast poppers for tuna, or take it out, and then you can climb all the way up here to tend to the windlass or whatever you want to do with your bow lines. So it's very versatile. Most boats you have one choice. This one you have three.
Yeah, three choices, and I think that's the theme to me when I look at this 28 center console of COBIA. I see a boat that can really do anything you want, especially here in that Gulf area. We've got that Alabama, Florida area where we can run way out there if we want to and do it comfortably. We can stay inshore. It can be for family. It can be for fun. It can be for fishing. You've got a high-end boat, high-end manufacturing process. Let's just reiterate the cost savings one more time. Our MSRP on this boat was what?
$310.
$310. And if they come in for this unit here, not another unit, but for this unit here, you're going to be able to take it off the lot for
$247,990.
$247,990. So we're looking at a savings of more than $60,000.
That's just forget saving. That's an incredible value.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you shouldn't wait for like Miami. It's like the best time to buy a boat.
This boat is right now.
This boat is right now, because this is a immediately available, fish it tomorrow type of boat. Jake, that was super helpful. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Make sure you come on out here to Daybreak Marine. We would love to have you. We've of course got other boats that we're trying to move right now. Now is the time. Can't wait to see you soon.